Yo, what's going on, you guys? Today is a story time about the time I almost got my teacher arrested. If you want to hear more stories like this, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below your favorite food and I'll check it out. And yeah, let's get into it. So I was about 10 or 11th in the 5th grade, and I used to pass all of my subjects except for reading. Now, my reading teacher, we're just going to call her Miss J. Miss J was always so mean. Like, even if I asked to use the bathroom, she'll say something along the lines of, I don't know, can you? And it'll make me so upset. So one day Miss J left the room to go use the bathroom or whatever, and her laptop was still open. So that's when I had the most diabolical plan ever. I was gonna search something up on her laptop and put it on the projector. Mind you, I was like 10 or 11, so like my brain wasn't really like naughty or anything. So before I was able to switch tabs, she was already on the tab called Gmail. If you don't know what Gmail is, it's like a little thing where you email people or whatever, yada yada. Point is, she was trying to send an email to all of my teachers, the principal, everyone. That's when the idea came to my head. Instead of putting something bad on the projector, how about I send an email to all of my teachers pretending to be Miss J? Oh boy, was I excited. Now, in the email, I typed something like, these kids are bad and stinky and a whole bunch of bad stuff. And I went back to my seat, laughing and giggling to all my friends, and 2 seconds later, Miss J walks in the classroom so upset, like her face was getting so red to the point where it looks like a strawberry. So Miss J proceeds to walk in front of the classroom and yells, "Who did it?" Now, we all got quiet and fear struck so far in my body, like my hands were shaking so fast. Now, as a kid, when you're studying, you know how like when you tap your leg up and down like in a fast motion? I was doing that because I was so scared. Miss J then turns around and goes, "Is there something you want to tell me?" And I looked at her and I just shook my head. Then she proceeds to say, "If nobody wants to tell me, I'll call all of y'all parents and get y'all in trouble." Now, as a kid, calling your parents is something no elementary school student wants. So I admitted to her, I told her I did it, and that's when she looked so furious. Like, I never knew a person would get so mad over an email. Well, not knowing it'll cost her her job. She then walks up to me in so much anger and raises her hand at me, and I'm in a flinching motion, like my hands are like covering my face. I'm like so scared. The principal then walks in and sees her attempting to, I guess, hit me, and then she says, "Miss J, put your hand down this instant." Bro, I feel like I got saved by like Spider-Man or something. I then exhale in relief, and Miss J goes on to yell and says, "This brat tried to get me fired." Now, being in elementary school, being called a brat is kind of like offensive because I'm short, but I can still kick you. The principal then stood there and said, "I will not let you put your hands on this child." Now, in my head, I wanted to stick my tongue at her so bad and be like, nah, but you know, I didn't do it. Now, Miss J tried to grab her laptop so she could leave, and while she was going to get her laptop, she saw my wristband right on her keyboard. Miss J then says, "Look, here's proof. He tried to get me fired." Not only was I scared, I was also scared about the things my mom would do if she ever found out. So I rebutted. I said, "No, that's not mine. I don't even like wristbands." Now, that was really stupid to say, and here's why. In that school, a wristband is kind of like an ID, like the boys will have green, the girls will have pink, or something like that. And I was the only kid in the classroom who didn't have a wristband on. So I kind of got busted. Then the principal goes on to say my full name and call me up in front of the class. He then asked me, did I write the email? And I told him no, I was just playing with my wristband and somehow it happened to land on her laptop. Now, I don't know why the principal believed that, like that was so unbelievable, but then Ms. J was escorted out the room and taken to the principal's office. All the kids in the back was like, "Ooh, you're in trouble." And then, you know, as a kid, that gets you so scared. So we had another teacher watch the class, and then I asked that teacher, "May I use the bathroom?" She tells me yes, and on my way walking out, I see Ms. J in handcuffs. I run to Ms. J across the hall to see 2 police officers and the principal, and I asked her, "What's going on?" The teacher then tells me she's getting arrested for assault or attempted assault or something like that. So I was shook, and I look at the cop with these sad eyes, and I tell him, "Listen, it was me who wrote the email." Everyone got so mad at me, to the point where like they all want to just hunt me down. The police officer tells me, you know how much trouble you're able to get in if you keep lying like that? And I looked at him with a sad face and I said, yeah, I'm sorry. Like the principal was pointing his finger at me and he told me, I'm very disappointed in you. And I looked at him and then I looked at Miss J and I told her, I'm sorry, Miss J. Miss J was trying to be nice and say, oh, it's okay. So when I gave her a hug, she whispered in my ear, I'm gonna give you so much homework. Now, part of me wanted to say, I hope you go to jail. Don't ever say that. So we all get to the classroom. I was forced to make an apology to the whole class and my teacher. Then I was forced to step out and call my mom. Now, you know black parents don't play. So she was here in under 2 minutes. And when she got here, she didn't want to hear nothing else. She had a belt and literally she grabbed me by the arm, dragged me in front of class, and started beating me senselessly. It was like, it got so bad to the point where I even started running. Like, she had to chase me down. I was hopping desks and everything. And when she finally caught me, she tried to hit me again, and I took the belt and I started running again. Yeah, it was that bad. After many attempts of running, she eventually caught me, and then, yeah, I got whooped in front of the class. So yeah, I lied to my teacher, and she almost got arrested, and I got in trouble for it. That is kind of unfortunate. And it was a very silent car ride on the way home. Like, I was literally so afraid to speak. All I could think about was, what would have happened if I would have never said anything? Like, what if I would have let her go to jail? When I got back to school the next morning, everyone else looked at me and asked me, am I okay? And then like a few kids in the back was trying to make fun of me because I got whooped in class. But you know, it is what it is. So yeah, moral of the story is, if you don't like your teacher, get her arrested. No, I'm just kidding. If you don't like your teacher, then make friends with her. I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed the story time. If you want to see more videos like this, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and have a good day. Peace.
I gotta tell my bestie, someone call my bestie. Think I found my bestie. Link up, make the check bleed.